Hi, Jacqueline Foster here of Feeling Good TV. So glad to be back. Today, what I'd like to know is how good is your imagination? I think we all have an excellent imagination, even more than we even realize and know. And so I want to explore this a little bit with you today and give you an exercise that you can apply to your life when you're catching yourself really wanting something in your life, really desiring something, but maybe seeing only one possible way of getting there and really creating an inner struggle and an ache and pain for wanting to create this and not seeing how it's going to happen. So, as I mentioned, I think we all have an excellent imagination, and it can be really easy to begin to use that imagination to create this discomfort, more of thinking of all the ways things could go wrong, all the ways things could repeat themselves and not go as we planned, or to even have so stuck in our minds one way that something has to happen that we really create this situation of desperation and of pain that is not helpful. It doesn't help us. So what I want to do is share this exercise in a way that you can work with your imagination and begin to cultivate it in a way that explores opportunities and new ways of things happening, as opposed to maybe those more undesirable or those repeating patterns that you've seen in the past and kind of indulging in those. So what you can do is, and I'll take you through an example, but basically think of something that you'd like to create, some end result that you'd like to see in your life, and create as many as you can ways that possible outcome could come into your life. So maybe like 5 or 6 ways that outcome could arrive at your life. So for example, we'll say if you are wanting to create a new relationship in your life, one thing that you could do is say, okay, my desired end result is to create, this new relationship, whether it be a romantic, whether it be business or friendship. You want to create this new relationship in your life, but you don't see how it's going to happen. Well, this is a perfect exercise to do, because you could say, okay, I wonder how I could meet this person. You could imagine maybe you're walking down the street and you drop your keys by accident, and this person comes up behind you and says, hey, you forgot your keys. And it's that person. Or maybe you're at the grocery store and you're just waiting in the checkout line, and the person behind you ends up noticing something that you bought and asks you a question about it, and you end up having a conversation with this person. Allowing yourself to explore ways and use your imagination that all these possible different outcomes and ways of inviting something in your life can occur, it really creates a bit more excitement and possibility. Even sharing these small exercises with you right now brings me to a place of more expansion. So I highly encourage you to try this exercise. And this is something that is great for anytime, like I said, anytime you're wanting to create something in your life, wanting a specific outcome, but you're starting to feel a sense of discomfort, a sense of desperation, a sense of wanting, and there's frustration there. This is a perfect exercise to just sit down, even to talk out loud and say, let me just explore a few ways that I could invite this into my life, and ways that could happen organically and in a fun way, and then just see what happens. I love this exercise for a couple of reasons. One, it really allows us to play with our imagination. And as I mentioned, we all have powerful imaginations. And by exploring this and trusting this, we really can cultivate that. It's a practice. I really do believe that so much is just a practice. And so it's great for that reason. The other thing that's wonderful about it is, as I mentioned before, when we do want something, we tend to get into a space where we really think it has to happen in one specific way for it to occur. But by asking yourself to explore different ways that this can be invited into your life is an excellent way of creating more flexibility and allowing yourself to lean into the unknown. I know that a lot of times for me, it gets me into trouble when I'm really expecting and thinking that things have to end or happen in one specific way. So by allowing myself to see a number of different ways something can occur, it takes pressure off the daily life expecting that through doing one thing, I have to get that end result. It opens that up and it really creates more flexibility, expansion, and possibility. So I would love to, one, hear if you do this exercise, how you enjoy it, and if you see any shifts in your life. And I'd also love to know what you do when you notice that you're starting to feel like you're wanting something and you're not seeing how you can get there, and there's some friction and frustration. What do you do to bring yourself back to creating possibility and to really continuing to move forward? As always, it's wonderful sharing with you. If you enjoyed this video, you can come over to JacquelineLaceyFoster.com to see more. And you can also see me soon on hertube.tv. Wishing you an amazing day and looking forward to sharing more. Thanks so much.